Hello everybody, welcome back to part 3 of my butterfly thank you card for my husband's grandmother. We're going to work with our Cricut cut, okay? What I did was I went to the Mother's Day Bouquet Cricut cartridge and I cut this flower here at 3 inches, and then I chose a scallop circle that's on that same cartridge, and this one is 1.60, and then I got a white that I cut, a white circle that I cut at 1.30, and the reason why I did 1.30 was simply because I measured my sentiment, which is a Thanks on this set that I got at Michael's on clearance, and I don't know if it's a Heidi Grace. I think it's a Heidi Grace one. It's kind of an all-inclusive type of sentiment set, but it was on clearance, so I picked that up, and it was in New York. And so we're going to jazz up all of this. So let's move this aside, and I'm going to use a background stamp that is from Pink by Design. And just go to pinkbydesign.com if you're interested. I don't know if they still carry it. I've had it for quite a while. And I'm going to use the Worn Lipstick Distress ink. I'm not even going to mount this on a block or anything. I'm just going to lay it on here. Let's see which is the best side. Let's go with that side. I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper and just go over the entire thing. And voila. Then we're going to take our little sentiment here, and we're going to use our vintage sepia VersaFine, and we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment on the flower center. Thanks. And then to further embellish, we're going to take our same antique linen, and we're going to stamp it with these polka dots. I got this at Michael's quite a while back. I haven't seen it again. But there are other, companies that have polka dot background stamps. And then we're going to take our antique linen and just distress it. And then I'm going to grab my distress marker again in the walnut stain, or no, this is Vintage Photo. And I'm just going to go around. I think this one matches that vintage sepia better. So I'm glad I switched. And we're just going to go around and, again, tie it together with the same little doodly marks. And then this gets adhered to this piece of blue, the scallop circle. Okay? Now we're not going to leave it like that. We're going to add a little bit of dimension. First, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and just ink the edges. You know what? Let's not ink anything that we're not going to need. So let me show you what I did here. I just kind of positioned it where I thought I wanted my flower to be. And we don't have to be, precise or anything. And we'll flip it over and just cut off the excess here. Oops, and it's shifting, so just, okay, and that turned out fine. And then what I'm going to do is continue the inking. And honestly, I think we need the Vintage Photo because this isn't really showing up. Vintage Photo could make or break your project, so be careful. I'm sorry, not Vintage Photo, Walnut Stain. I just wanted to make it a little bit more pronounced of a Yeah, and of course, this is just all up to the person, what you like. So just a little bit goes a long way. Okay. Alright, there we go. That's all I wanted. Set those over there. Okay, now, I learned this from watching a lot of the Stampin' Up! Girls. They do this with their die-cut flowers. Kind of curl the... I usually curl my petals down, but I tried this curling them up, and I really liked it. And then I decided to do the scallop circle as well. And that's cool. And I'm not going to distress this one. And this is going to go right there in the middle. And I'm just going to put some PTG on my flower. And add the scallop circle to the center. Sentiment to the center. Okay, and then just to give it some, like an anchor, what I decided, an anchor is a line, a straight line for your images to sit on. I decided that I was going to use a line of bling that comes out from the butterflies. So that's what's going to complete our card. So I'm just going to take this whole thing off and just cut it somewhat in half. I'm not even measuring or counting or anything like that. We're not going to be snippety like that. But as the T-square comes out, I do want them to line up though. I don't care so much about the number as I care about it being straight. So we're going to decide here where I want this line of bling to go, and I think I've decided I want it here, and I want it here. T-square is another one of those basic tools that I think are essentials. And somehow, even with the T-square, I don't think that looks straight. Yeah, it's not. You gotta use your tools right, Janice. Okay. Oh man, it's pulling up some paper, but we're gonna try to save this project. Okay. And then we're going to cut off about right here. And we're going to cut off here. And save these little blingy things for another project. Or you can add some up here. I think I'm going to add 3 to the sentiment piece, just to kind of tie it in and make a visual triangle. And there we have it. So thanks for watching. Bye.